Foundations is about an activity where you take a part and you're developing it for its use, and at the same time, in a parallel path, you're developing it for manufacturing.
So the Foundations program has evolved really because of a demand that we saw in the marketplace for much better quality plastic parts. It's allowed us to create brand new concepts much faster than ever before. And what we've seen is that that's been a fantastic boon to providing new ideas that can come to market. Where the gap has existed is in how do you get those to high-scale production. And that's really what Foundations brings to the table. It brings the path to take a concept to high-scale production very quickly, very efficiently, and very cost-effectively.
So you're learning about the part, you're developing it for injection molding, and you're taking that process and combining these steps, and then you're retaining that knowledge.
Stepping through the methodical process that we've got, Foundations can really close that gap and get you to high-scale production by, as I said, developing a small scale, and that is a single cavity foundations development tool that's going to give you production quality parts, and it's going to perform like a production mold as well. And so from that, you can get a very clear assessment of the geometrical considerations of the part, how it's going to function, how it's going to operate in real life. And then on top of that, you can make changes very rapidly to that part. So if you need to iterate it, you can. And we can make those changes within a few days, get the tool back up and running, and give you a new version of the part. And that rapid iteration ensures that a customer gets a better design. And we do that on one cavity as opposed to trying to do that on a multi-cavity tool.
Parts are developed sometimes at a product design firm, sometimes at a prototyper, sometimes at a lab. Often that work is done, really good work, in these silos, and they don't connect. And so when somebody learns something about a part or how it's processed in one silo, and they don't connect it to the next one, then the next person starting on that project has to relearn it. And so Foundations is about connecting the silos. Here's one example of how Foundations was used in developing a product. In a 3-week time period, we built the Foundations tool of steel. It had the same cooling, the same gating, the same ejection as a production tool, but it was really highly defined with the features in at the tolerances of a production tool. We hit 142 of the 150 features first time out of the chute. We use Foundations to get there faster and at a higher level of optimization. That's our core.
As I've looked at recent projects, the ability to overlap that time from a Foundations mold to a high production mold can oftentimes save 20% of the overall development time going from initial part concept to final production. Yeah, it's very significant.
Audio Jungle.